What's going on, hikers? In today's video, Bridget and I, if you haven't met her, this is my lovely wife. We are reviewing this Kemimoto heated vest. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeremiah Stringer, and here we talk about all things hiking and backpacking. So let's hop right into it. If you're into that, consider subscribing. So this company, Kemimoto, one of their brand ambassadors or whatever you want to call them, reached out and said, hey, would you all review this for us? And we was like, yeah, sure. So I've been using it all winter. They sent it for free. I don't really have like an affiliate link or anything with them, but I was like, I'll give it a try. And then they sent Bridget one as well, so we'll kind of get the female perspective to go on top of that. So to start off with a little bit of information, this is the men's large, and I'm pretty sure Bridget has the exact same one.
Exactly the same.
But something that's a little bit weird with it is it's really hot, by the way, with this on right now. So I'm leaving it off, but you can't see it, but it says 4XL. So I don't know if that's like, I'm sure it's like a Chinese good. So I don't know, maybe their sizing's different or something, but I'm going to try to keep this short and we'll try to tell you what we think about it. So I don't want to go too deep into the specs because you can literally just look those up on Amazon. I'll link it below. But to give you a few ideas, basically it's heated. It works off of a USB battery pack that does come with it. It's 5,000 milliamp hours. The battery pack weighs 4 ounces. You can use literally any battery pack that you take with you that's USB. And then it's got this little button here that if you hold it in, and you have to hold it in for 5 seconds, then it will turn on and it'll turn red. And I believe that's 113 degrees is what it says on their link, like the description. If you press it again, what's it turn white?
I think so.
And then that makes it 95 degrees. And then if you press it again, I think it's like 75. And it'll turn blue.
Blue, yes.
And it's orange on the inside, which I guess is cool. I mean, fashionable maybe. It's got a little bit of elastic around the cuffs, and then I'm pretty sure, and Bridget can probably attest to this, the whole thing doesn't have wires all in it to make it heated. It's more like around the chest or on your internal organs, and in the back, kind of the same place.
They're back on the top. Felt it a lot in the back on the top.
And does yours get really hot around the neck?
Yeah.
Like it's got the wire going around on the inside of the neck. It's inside of the fabric, obviously, but definitely goes inside around on the neck. Look, mine needs to be washed. Look how dirty. So I've been taking it on every winter hike, and it is pretty heavy at a pound because I got a Ghost Whisperer, and it's like 8 ounces or whatever. And then I have a North Face Puffy that is around 20 ounces, I believe. So it's a little bit heavier than this, but this doesn't have sleeves. So, Bridget, I'll let you go first. I know you used it on a couple of camp outs and then kind of around town, but what did you think about it?
Well, it definitely gets warm, and I like that. This size is a little big for me, but it's still okay. The only complaints I really have are that the battery packs, I know 4 ounces doesn't sound like a lot, but it's heavy to me.
Yeah, that's true.
And it doesn't last very long, just a few hours, I think.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you exactly. I'm not entirely sure. I did not test that part out. But I do know that it took me a long time. I'd have to reset this a few different times because the battery started to die pretty quickly. But it's very warm, and I really liked it. And I really felt the heat up in the top part of my back most of the time whenever I wore it. And like you said, your neck, it does get really hot around your neck. But that's good for me. I like that. That feels really good. So it's a good vest. I think that it's a little heavy for what it does. And I think the battery pack needs to last a little bit longer. But other than that, I like it.
Well, last time I checked, it was like $60 even, pretty much.
No, that's not bad.
And for a Puffy, I mean, the Ghost Whisperer's $350. I always look for stuff on sale, right? But like this is significantly cheaper. This is like, if I were going to suggest somebody buying this, it may be like, hey, it's my birthday coming up or something like that. This is on my list. Yeah, Christmas, whenever you're watching this video, like if it's a time that you could get a gift, like this would be a good, hey, I wasn't going to buy this, but if you could get it as a gift, that'd be great. One, you know, what I really love about it is, like if it's wintertime and you don't have a fire, this is an artificial source of heat. And so you don't have to produce it yourself, because typically the way things work is whatever your body heats up, that air inside your sleeping bag or your underquilt or wherever you're at, that's what's keeping you warm. This thing warms it for you. So that's pretty awesome. I normally like pop a couple of hot hands, but that is not a renewable energy source.
No.
Once they're done, they're done. And you know, this, you can kind of recharge the battery pack. I actually take a 20,000 milliamp battery pack. So
It's huge.
if you want to avoid, you know, using the little one, because maybe that isn't going to last long enough, the battery pack wise, then I was just taking a bigger one. But I put the 20,000 milliamp on this, and it used pretty much all the juice in one night. Like, I just let it
Really?
go. I stuck it.
I didn't know that.
I really didn't have a warm enough underquilt is what happened. So my butt was getting cold. So I said, I'm going to wrap this thing like I'm going to lay in it. Right? And then turn it on. And then turn it on the highest heating setting. I don't know how long it would last. Y'all can read the specs online. But I don't know how long it'd last on the low. But I turned that thing on full blast and just laid in it. And I probably use this thing, I don't know, 10 times over the winter or something. I feel like that was...
It's a lot. I feel like you use it a lot.
Yeah, and even around town, like
Just when you go out.
especially late fall, whenever it's not like super cold and you don't need the sleeves. Maybe you got a long sleeve t-shirt. It worked well for that too. So I don't know. I guess that's about it. I mean, anything else you want to mention about it?
It's warm without using the battery pack too, honestly.
Yeah, you don't really have to turn it on.
Yeah.
One other thing.
But I do like the battery pack and the source of heat because it does make it a lot hotter.
Yeah, I get cold real easy.
I do too.
One thing that I thought was odd, and maybe this is again since it's made in China, but the zipper, this is the men's large, excuse me, and the zipper's on the left. And I always thought, and y'all can comment and tell me how dumb I am if I'm wrong here, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this anyway, but the zipper's on the left, and I thought that was a girl thing.
I know you've told me that before, but I don't think that. Because I
I'm
have
pretty
jackets
sure.
that I know are women's, and it zips on either side. I have one that has the
I
left,
don't
one that
know,
has the right.
Bridget. I think that may be, I could be wrong. Who knows? But this is the only article of clothing that I have that zips on the left.
Well,
I
I
have
don't
another
know.
one. Anyway, I guess that's it. If y'all want to check it out more, you can check out the description. I'll link that, and I'll link all the other gear that I've been using this winter. Make sure you comment on the video. Tell me what you think. Would you buy it? You got a good alternative? If you've enjoyed, give me one of these. Especially since Bridget was in the video.
I forgive you
You
for
be
that.
quiet. Thumbs up for that. And come back for the next video. More to come. Subscribe to the channel and kick the notification bell. We'll see you in the next video.
Have a good one.